Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yah Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in all truth and sincerity to USA Shalom. This is your brother Amaran from the GMS Charlotte camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakar Kodash. And in this video, I want to go into the deliverance, man. All right. Just continuing to go into the spirit to disprove this dude, Robert Dalton, the creator of Hebrews to Negroes. All right. Because this guy, he does not believe in the chariots. All right. He doesn't think that the so-called UFOs are going to be the vehicles that are going to be used to bring salvation unto the elect of the nation of Israel from the coming destruction that is coming towards the whole world. So I just want to get a few scriptures to talk about this, man, because my question to you, all right, and to all those that share that same sentiment as you, if the so-called UFOs are not the chariots of salvation, then please explain how we're going to be delivered from the nuclear missile that's going to hit America and different parts of the world, okay? Because we know, according to the scriptures, that Yahweh Shai is returning on a giant fathership with the host of angels, which are going to be in so-called UFOs. All right, so let's get into it. So I'm going to start here in the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 20. It says, "Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared." Right. And this prophecy, all right, is speaking of Yahweh Shai. So yes, Yahweh Shai is mentioned in the Old Testament throughout the whole, the whole Bible, but you have people claiming that he's not mentioned in the Old Testament, so this is a cut to that. But it says that, "Behold, I send an angel before thee," the angel being Yahweh Shai, "to keep thee in the way." To keep us in what way, man? All right, the ways of righteousness, man. He was to introduce us back into the ways of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, to introduce us back to the law, statute, commandments, to bring us back to Yahweh, to the Heavenly Father Yahweh, man. All right. So through our faith in Him and following after Him is how we're able to get back in the good graces of the Heavenly Father. It says, "And to bring thee into the place which I have prepared." And what's that place talking about, man? The Lord Himself is going to physically put us back in our land, which is the land of Israel, Jerusalem, which Yahweh have prepared for us, man. Because that's our holy land, man. All right. This is not talking about, Israel, leaving Babylon the Great, which is America, and going to no damn Africa, man. That's nowhere in the scriptures. That's you teaching that flee doctrine that ultimately is you trying to deliver yourself from the destruction to take away glory from Yahweh Shai, man. No, that's not happening. All right, Yahweh Shai Himself is going to put the elect back in the land, okay? And He's coming with the host of angels in them ships to do that, all right? This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. "Behold, He cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see Him, and they also which pierced Him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of Him, even so among." Right. So it says, "Behold, He cometh with clouds," and it's not talking about the clouds that's in the sky. I'm not really familiar with the weather terms, but the cumulus cloud and whatever else. Nah, man, the clouds it's talking about is the chariots, man, the so-called UFOs. Okay. And it says that every eye shall see Him, all right? Because when the Lord returns, man, that ship that He's going to be riding on is going to be so big that it's going to block out the sun, all right? It's going to cover the sky, so everybody in the planet is going to see Yahweh Shai when He returns. It says, "And every eye shall see Him, and they also which pierced Him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of Him, even so among." And why the whole world going to travail, all right? Because they're going to be afraid. Because when that giant ship cracks the sky, all right, everybody is going to be, perplexed, man. This is why you had, I believe it was last year, when NASA was, having their live stream, of the outer space, all right, they had this giant, chariot, coming into view, and they had to cut the live feed, which Many of us believe through the spirit that probably was Yahweh Shah's fellowship on the way to Earth, man. All right, and they said that ship was about, if I'm not mistaken, about 25 times the size of Earth. All right, so this goes to show you that Yahweh Shah, hey, he's coming deep. All right, as it said in Isaiah 63. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. All right, Yahweh Shah's coming in style, man. All right. No, it's not Isaiah 63. This is Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? All right. It says, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, man, because Yahweh Shah is coming back in that great glory to bring destruction upon Edom, who is the so-called white man. All right. Edom and Basra are both symbolic of Esau, the so-called white man. Okay. It says, is this that is glorious in his apparel, because Yahweh Shah is coming back with that, angelic body, so he's gonna have spiritual power, but he's coming with that giant fathership and the host of angels, man. That's how he's showing his strength. It says, I that speak in righteousness mightily to save. All right, so that's proven Yahweh Shah coming back with great power and great glory. All right, and like I said, he's coming with the clouds, man. All right, the clouds, like I said, it's not talking about the clouds you see in the sky. It's talking about so-called UFOs, which are known as the chariots of God. All right, the angels. Okay, let's prove that. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 68, verse 17. The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. Right. Yahweh Shah is coming with a shit ton of backup, man. He's rolling deep when he returns, man, to lay waste to this damn place and deliver his people, man. All right? Because the Lord is seeing what we're going through here on this damn planet, man, and he's hearing those cries, man. Those cries aren't going unanswered. All right? So we're witnessing, all right, as we, in our everyday, these different chariot sightings all over the world, man. Those are a preview of what is coming, man. All right, it's no coincidence that since 2019, it's been, the most chariot sightings ever recorded in history, man, because the Lord is making his presence known. All right, let me get a quick one. All right, this is the book of James, chapter 5, verse 4. It says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, right? Because these Edomites have established their kingdom off the blood, sweat, and tears of our people, all right? And we have nothing to show for it, okay? So it says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, all right? Because we're crying out to the Lord, man, all right, for deliverance, man, from this devil, man, all right? It says, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, all right? And the Lord of Sabaoth is talking about the Lord of armies, because the Lord, as it said in Exodus, all right, it says Yahweh is a man of war, and we know that Yahweh Shah comes in the same spirit of Yahweh, so Yahweh Shah is coming in that spirit of war to lay waste to his enemies, man, all right, which are you devils, you heathen, and 2/3 of the nation of Israel, all right? You are the enemies of Yahweh Shah, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, because you stand in the way of the Lord establishing his kingdom on this planet and getting his glory. So he's going to wipe out all that offend, like the scriptures say, man. So he's going to do that when he returns, with the host of angels, man. Okay? So that just proves to you that the chariots are talking about the angels, not no damn horse and buggy that you see, when you go into the word chariot in the book of Exodus. That's what he tries to say. All right? That the chariots... Matter of fact, I'll get his quote, what he said, man. All right, so when you read his comment from this video that he has done on his channel, all right, because according to him, from this video, this title of the video, it says, UFOs are not coming for the Israelites. Blacks are not Indians. The land of Canaan is in Africa, all right? So here's what he has to say about the chariots. It says, all throughout the book of Exodus and other books of the Bible, the word for chariots, Hebrew Strong's 7393, Rakab, and Strong's number 4818, Merkab, Merkaba, is used, the word for horses, Hebrew Strong's 5483 sus, is usually in the same verse or chapter with the word chariot, but many Hebrew Israelites have replaced what we know as a true chariot to that of a UFO ship. So using this logic, the Exodus story now appears to have 600 UFOs chasing after the Israelites, and throughout the Bible, UFO ships are flying around with people in them, right? So this idiot thinks that every time that you see the word chariot in the scriptures, that it's talking about the chariots that the ancient Egyptians used, all right, to chase the Israelites, through the Red Sea. Nah, man. These scriptures that I'm clearly bringing out show you that that's not what this is speaking about, okay? Because if this is the case, all right, it tells you distinctions of the different chariots. So how can you apply what you just what he said on that to this scripture right here? This is Habakkuk chapter 3 verse 8. It says, "Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea, that thou didst ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation?" All right, so what's the chariots of salvation talking about, man? That's the ships, man. The so-called UFOs, man, because that's what the Lord is going to use to deliver the elect. All right, the elect are actually going to get beamed up into those ships, man. And Esau knows this himself, man. He puts this all over your movies and your commercials. All right, I have an example of that, matter of fact. Look at this, man. If this is talking about a horse and buggy chariot, then why is Esau putting this all throughout his movies, man? All right, look at this. All right, this is a scene from the movie. This is the end. So this shows you this devil knows, all right, that the deliverance is going to come via so-called UFOs beaming up.
Dude, I want you to get to know these guys. That's never going to happen if you don't put in any effort whatsoever, okay?
I hate it in there. I just want to drink some pop and smoke some weed.
They know that the elect is going to get beaten up. This is why you have various lives on the earth talking about the rapture. You got another one talking about it's going to be an alien invasion. All right, you got people getting abducted, but the elect is going to be abducted. All right, they're going to be beamed up into those ships and be translated into those new bodies, man. All right. So they get these things from the scriptures. All right. So that's crazy that this man is talking about. All right, the deliverance is coming from so-called UFOs, which are known as the chariots of salvation.
You okay?
All right, so that's proof. So let's continue on and get some more scriptures. This is Isaiah 31 and 5. It says, "As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending, also he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it." Right. So these chariots are going to come and they're going to be destroying Babylon the Great in various parts of the world. And in that same breath, they're going to be delivering Israelites wherever they are meant to be delivered of the elect from whatever part of the earth that they're scattered to, man. All right? Because that's what Yahweh Shah is coming for. That's why his name is Yahweh Shah, which means he delivers, man. He's going to deliver the elect from this captivity, man. All right? So that's why we know, that's why it's crucial for you to know how we're going to be delivered, because Esau is going to play off that ignorance, and a lot of our people are going to get taken in that snare by thinking that that's not real. All right, it's no coincidence that they're releasing all these different information dealing with the so-called UFOs to the point to where they even renamed them UAPs, man. All right, or AIPs, aerial identified aerial phenomenons, or something along them lines. But either way, they know. All right. And so we're to teach this the correct way. Therefore, our people will have comfort knowing of how we're going to be delivered, Lord willing, the word of the elect. All right. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, 2 Thessalonians 2, 1 and 7. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 7, Salakia. "And to you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord Yahweh Shah shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels." Right. Because, hey, when those chariots appear, they're going to be, like I said, zapping people to powder and delivering people via that tractor beam, calling the elect up into those ships, all right, and, translating them to those new bodies, man, all right? So we're going to be delivered by us getting so-called abducted. All right, beam me up, Scotty, like in Star Trek, man. All right. So this is proof that the chariots are in the scriptures, man. Those are talking about the UFOs, man. All right, the angels. All right, the chariots of salvation, the chariots of God. There's many different names. Psalms 104:3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. Right, because these chariots are going to cover the skies when they return with Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and it says, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh his cloud his chariot. Right, because the chariots have the ability to cloak themselves and look like clouds. They can really look like how they want, man. Okay, and there's a video out there, Lord willing, I'll repost it, where you actually have a video where it looks like an airplane, and then it changes its shape into a chariot, man, a so-called UFO. So the chariots they can manifest themselves and look like, anything, man. All right, but you have a lot of them that are disguised themselves as clouds, man. All right, so you're telling me that in this verse when it says chariot, that you actually have a buggy with being pushed by a horse in the skies, man? Get out of here, man. Okay, these chariots are all throughout the skies, flying all over the world, man. All right, and they're going to call up the elect when it's time for that deliverance. Revelation 11:12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Right, so you're telling me that a horse and buggy is going to call up the elect into a cloud in the sky? No, man, this is talking about the so-called UFOs beaming the men, women, and children that are of the elect into those ships, that they can be, protected from that overpass, man. All right. This is Isaiah 26:20. Just continually to hammer these scriptures out so they can drive the point home that this man does not know what the hell he's talking about, man. All right. Our deliverance is going to come from the scriptures. I mean, it's like it from the chariots, from the so-called UFOs, which we know as the angels of God, man. Isaiah 26:20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. Shut up thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were a little while. It's like it for. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed, because we're going to have to be beamed up into those ships so that we can escape the nuclear fallout that's going to happen when these missiles touch down on the American soil, man. All right, because even after the fire, the mushroom cloud and the fire subside, you still got that nuclear fallout that's going to be here on this earth. So, and the Lord's going to have us in those chariots for that undisclosed amount of time. All right, while the indignation is overpassed, man. Okay, and we're gonna actually watch all that unfold. So how are you gonna do that on a damn horse? A horse and buggy, man. Okay. This is Revelation 15:2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, of them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And that's talking about the elect watching the destruction of Babylon the Great through that glass window in the chariot, man. All right, and we're gonna literally witness America burn. All right, Lord willing, we're able to be delivered in those ships, man. Okay, and that's what we wait for the longest, man, to see the downfall of our enemy, to see this wicked kingdom fully be destroyed, man. Okay, and the elect is going to obtain that victory. Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th will I utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see a fall of his enemy. And we're going to see that fall when this place is bombed to shit. All right, watching that happen on the chariots, man, through that sea of glass, through that window, man, through those windows, man. Okay. This is 1 Thessalonians 4:14. It says, for if we believe that Yahweh Shai died and rose again, even so them which also sleep in Yahweh Shai will Yahweh bring with him. Right, because just as Yahweh Shai was resurrected from the dead, and he was translated into a ship, like it tells you in Acts chapter 1. All right, the dead that died in this truth, they're going to be raised up and delivered you know, and they're going to be the ones on the ships first, man. Okay? It says, for this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, which we have, it's like it, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. Right, because we're going to be joined alongside them in that deliverance, man. All right? The ones that are alive, that are still here when that deliverance is taking place, man, we're going to be called up to the ships to meet the ones that passed already, man. All right, because they're gonna already be in them ships with those new bodies, man. Okay? Verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, and the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in Yahweh shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. Right, so we're all going to be delivered. So even if you die in this truth, you're still going to be delivered, and you're still going to witness the fall and the destruction of our enemies, man, of this damn devil and his wicked kingdom, man. All right? So this is why, hey, we have to defend the gospel and stand bold, because these guys don't know what the hell they talking about, man. All right? So him spewing this madness is ultimately him trying to bring confusion and to pretty much, you know, diminish the faith of those that believe that this is going to be the way that we're going to be delivered, man. And this is why we have to defend, you know, what the scriptures say, man. All right? And nothing is going to sway us from that talking point, man, because we know that the scriptures are faithful and true, and everything aligns to the fact that we know that this is going to take place, man. All right? Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Right, and that's guys like Ronald Dalton, man. All right, who calls all of us that teach the doctrine about the chariots being the UFOs, he called us crazy and foolish, man. Well, we'll be that, you know, for the gospel, because we know that this is true, and we know that's going to be our way of deliverance, man. Verse 2. When they shall see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. And what's it talking about, man? See what? The deliverance of the elect. And they shall be and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond all that they look for. Because ultimately, man, this dude does not believe in the miracles of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. So therefore, he doesn't believe that the Lord can pull a miraculous deliverance like that, man. Everybody on the earth, just like you saw in that clip, is going to be amazed at how the elect is going to be beamed up into those ships, man. Okay? Verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. Yeah, these niggas that we call crazy, talking about the so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans going to be beating us in the spaceships, man. These guys are the ones that's going to be that's being delivered. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. Right? They say we're going to be, you know, we're going to die as a bunch of crazy niggas, man. How is he numbered among the saints how is he numbered among the children of the Most High and his lot amongst the saints, man? Because these 2/3, they don't understand, all right, the mysteries of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. So they're going to have to witness it for their own selves and be destroyed in their foolishness, man. But we wholeheartedly know that the Lord is going to deliver on his promise to deliver us out of here, man. So we stand firmly on that, man. All right. So Lord willing, man, this lesson was edifying. You know, we're going to continue to stay on these scoffers' heads, man. So with that, I'm going to close this out. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, by Shem Kwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect. Until next time, I say shalom.